You can't force community. If you want people to come together for a common good and really promote a cause that really matters, you can't expect that everyone's going to share your outlook on things and that they're going to come up and then they're going to donate their time and their money to whatever it is that you're pushing forward. Forcing community never works. Community, by its nature, has to be grassroots driven. For a community to thrive, there have to be people who step up on their own and say, I want to do this. I want to make this community better. I want to have an input in a way that's going to have an impact. And if it comes from the grassroots, and if people get excited, that's where organizations and associations flourish. However, too often we try from the top to cram things in a certain way. The problem with that is that forced community isn't a community at all. So we have to get people to come in from that grassroots level to feel that they care. We have to give them a platform in which they can actually take a little bit of clay and mold it the way they want and then put it together with the other people in the community to grow something together. However, in today's world, we see a lot of people, especially those who are younger, who are saying the idea of associations and community, that's dead. They want things done for them. They want to be able to click, like, link, and follow. But I don't think that this is a generational problem. Actually, when I talk to people who are younger, they want to feel a part of something. They want to feel included. They don't want to have to wait their turn or wait to pay their dues. They want to get in with that clay, get their hands dirty. They want to mold things. However, they can't find a place to do it. So in turn, they often don't. So I think we need to throw out all these assumptions of what different generations want when it comes to building community. And we have to go back to this pure native feeling of what it is to be a human being and belong to something. I am a big believer that community, collaboration, and conversation can solve all the problems that we face. And what's happening, though, often in certain communities is people are walling themselves off. I see this in different groups. I see it where people go to the national convention of a national association, and instead of going to the scheduled events that are going on for dinner, for happy hours, they rent a suite and go drink with their friends and cater in some champagne and some canapes and sit there and say, ha ha ha, it's so great to be with this curated group of people who all share the same, outlook on things. Or they go and rent a room at a steakhouse and they bring together a group of people without a lot of diversity and just say, oh, we're keeping out the riffraff. We're having the people who we know, like, and trust in this little dinner of 10, and they talk about things and they feel good. However, nothing happens with that conversation. That's what's great about associations and community groups is everyone should be welcome. Diversity should be not just welcome, but it should be worked on to get more diversity, and not just diversity of race and gender and age, but diversity of thought and different backgrounds. When we bring all kinds of people together and let them have these ongoing conversations, and then we can feed back out to the whole community what people are talking about and what they find important, that's where the magic happens. I am so excited when I see organizations actually thrive from this grassroots level and build community. But I get disappointed when I see people who poo-poo the idea of community or say that's yesterday's news, or they just want to hear themselves talk to a group who's come to sit at their feet. So I do what I can. I try to encourage this idea of community, collaboration, and conversation when I give a speech or with groups that I work with. However, sometimes community doesn't happen, and that's okay. You can't force community. But when a community happens, and when there is that grassroots feel, and when people feel real connected and they feel they're getting something in their soul from being part of that community, get out of the way, because those people are going to change the world. So I ask you, are you out there building community, or are you out there building walls? Do something today that rises up part of a community that you're involved with. Do something that makes it more inclusive. Do something that supports that cause, whether it's giving of money, giving of time, or being an evangelist that says, oh yeah, we're going to do something that's going to have an impact on the future. Because people who care and people who put their heart and soul into things, those are the people who are remembered historically when great things happen. And I think that can be anyone. You don't have to be rich. You don't have to have founded a multi-million-dollar company. You can just be a person with passion in your heart and you're going to be able to influence something bigger than yourself.